There was a new DoorDash update this week that a lot of markets saw. Some may not have, and it made a lot of us, including myself, say, "What the heck is this?" But the next day, it was gone, making you probably question, why did this update only last one day? Oh, I know, because it was actually useful to the driver. It actually helped the driver. Why would they do that? I've been doing DoorDash for over 6 years to be exact, and over 16,000 deliveries, and most updates that come through the app are never in the favor of the driver. I was actually really excited about this if it worked, and then completely bummed it got taken away that quickly. Because ultimately it could really help Dashers in the way they say orders and honestly how they make their money. Do I have you interested yet? Well, today we will go over this new update, how it would have affected drivers if it was still around, and why did it only last one day. What is this new update? I was going to do this video a couple of days ago, but I always want to test out any new update to see what it does and how it affects you as a Dasher. I don't mind being the guinea pig since I'm out working anyway. So I went to decline an order and this pops up right here. And I was like, what is this? And it says, pause orders from the store, decline this order to confirm, and there is a little toggle right next to it. So my first reaction was, man, if this works, how awesome would this actually be? We all have restaurants that are banned from our own personal list. I know I have mine. What are yours? But then I was thinking, if I pause a restaurant, how do I unpause it if it doesn't really work out? So I tried it, and of course, I didn't take a screenshot of it. Stupid me. I thought I would have more time. And then I went to do it again the next day, and it was gone. I had a friend send me this next screen so I can actually show you what it actually says. And this is what it says. You've paused offers from this store for 2 weeks. Thanks for being a Gold Dasher. Mine actually says Platinum Dasher. You won't receive offers from the restaurant. Paused for the next 2 weeks. Your acceptance rate was not impacted for the decline. Pretty awesome, right? How would you love this if this came to your market? And did it come to your market? Go ahead, let me know. So my reaction was, not only am I being paused for a restaurant that I don't like, I don't get a decline either. Best update ever. Oh God, my hopes were so high, and then it got completely stomped on. My question I had though, is this a tier perk? Because that's what it kind of sounded like. I'm going to ask you to help me out with this because I really don't know that answer. Did any of you receive this update and wasn't in the tier system? I'm just curious. So how does this really affect you as a driver? Well, if you put a restaurant on pause that gives you a lot of crap orders, it's less crap orders for you to worry about from this specific restaurant. Oh, fantastic, right? And then you can also throw out restaurants that give you long wait times, pause those restaurants, and you don't have to wait anymore. You can move on to another order, turning around your orders quicker. But here's the thing. If you pause too many restaurants, it could limit your orders you receive and how many orders you receive, so it might affect your order flow. You would honestly, in my opinion, have to choose wisely and think about it before you act. Not that DoorDash gives you a lot of time to think about it. Ultimately, the less wait times means, like I said before, you can move on. Less crap orders makes room for better offers. get rid of the restaurant that typically has long miles, and it could save you wear and tear in your car, but the turnaround time will actually be quicker, so you can move on to even more orders. You're ultimately making more money. Honestly, if you outweigh the negative on this one, it's a win-win for the driver. But did it get yanked because DoorDash wasn't seeing the benefits on their end? I think that's the question. So why did it last only one day? Well, I have a couple of theories. I don't think DoorDash was ready for the response of this rollout. Could it be that too many Dashers paused their restaurant at the same time, causing orders not to be delivered? Let's face it, DoorDash's main objective is to get orders delivered. This kind of puts a damper on that, especially if I'm making this up, and this really probably isn't made up. Every Dasher decided to pause Taco Bell. What drivers are going to Taco Bell to pick up the orders? Not getting delivered. Next theory is the update actually helps drivers. That's an amazing concept. Why roll out something that would actually make drivers more money, that would actually help drivers make better decisions, that would help drivers not decline as often, that would actually help drivers with their acceptance rate and maintaining the tier system that you, DoorDash, so helpfully put in place? Yeah. Next, it probably was just a test. It was very limited to see the response of the drivers out there. How many drivers would actually pause restaurants? How many Dashers would actually use the feature? Or maybe it just wasn't supposed to be rolled out at all. And they're like, oh crap, we rolled it out. Okay, let's yank it. Oh, I'm telling you, all the good things that come to drivers, they never last too long. Any update that is ever good never sticks either, because ultimately DoorDash is in the business of making themselves money, and if orders aren't getting delivered, even though it does benefit the driver, it probably just didn't work out, and that makes me sad because I really loved this update. Just another thought. Do you think that they were testing it out if they were sending it to people in the tier system? Should this be a perk of being a platinum Dasher, a gold Dasher, a silver Dasher? Maybe. I mean, that could be very interesting. I think it would be a perk to all of us, and that definitely would be incentive for me. I don't know about you. So what do you think of this new update? Would you have liked to seen it come to your market? I would have loved to seen it stick around for longer than just one day, because I can't tell you how many restaurants I would have paused so quickly, and especially if the decline doesn't hit your ratings. Wow, that's an incentive for you, right? Talk about Platinum's only good for Dash now. Well, if you were on Platinum and had this perk, well, that would definitely be a perk, at least in my opinion. If you got this new update, why do you think it only lasted one day? Or maybe it did last longer in your market. I hope so for your sake. Let me know that if it did last longer than it lasted in my market. DoorDash is always doing something to the app, and they have decided to give milestone perks to some Dashers out there. I got mine the other day, and to say I was disappointed is an understatement. You want to learn what my perk after 16,000 deliveries was? Well, you're going to want to check this video out next.